This is how we set up the blocks to lay back in this restorative pose to release the sacrum, create space, and hopefully reduce the pain in the back. All right, so I'm coming into my mat first, and I'm looking at how much space I have here from my legs to my hips. So my hips are around here, and I will set up my blocks so that they create a V shape for my sacrum. And you might have to move around a little bit until you find just the correct spot. So here is a different angle of this V shape, and I'm going to put my sacrum right here so that it will just sink into the V and widen the back of the back. And then place the hips right in the center of the blocks. So these two blocks will need to be the same size, and these two the same size. So I wouldn't put a small one and a big one here, and then a big one and a small one. So they have to be like this, or all four the same size. That would be fine too. And it's nice to have blocks that won't be slippery, so that when you do lay in this shape, they won't move. Sometimes putting a sticky mat here like this is a good idea if the blocks are slippery. So the concept here is creating a V shape. Well, you will put your hips right in between this shape. So you'll lay right here, and this V shape will create space in the sacrum. These blocks are a little bit at an angle. So I set these blocks here. You can see against the mat, they're a little bit at an angle. So I'm leaving enough room against the wall so I can straighten my legs. I have my blocks set up here and the bolster. And slowly you can straighten out the legs once you found the spot right where it really grabs onto that sacrum and drags the skin of the sacrum away from the center on both sides. And you play with the height of the torso. You might want to lay on a few folded blankets. Sometimes a bolster is a little bit too much, but you see what height works for you. And if it feels better to have the knees bent here, you may leave the knees bent as well. And I can work a little bit with the blocks here, pushing the blocks out just a little bit, seeing if that gives me a little bit more of that friction on the skin of my sacrum to create that lengthening effect. And I want the depth and softness in the belly here. To come out, I can just lift my hips, remove the blocks and lay back, and then stretch my legs for Shavasana.